Hey guys, just want to do a somewhat quick but at the same time comprehensive review on the new Vortex Strike Eagle 5-25 by 56. So before I start, I've had a good bit of time behind this scope. This isn't something I just unboxed and fiddled with for half an hour and did a review. It's been on this 1022 for I don't know, about a week and a half, but I've got a course here at the house, and I've got a good bit of time behind this class. So I think my assessments are at least fair. So with the glass, we'll just jump right into it. Best way I can describe this glass is marginally worse than Gen 2 PST glass, and significantly better than a Diamondback Tactical. I was definitely pleasantly surprised in the glass quality itself, better than I was expecting. Vortex has said, you know, it's in between that Diamondback Tactical and the Gen 2 PST. I will tell you though, it is definitely closer, more comparable to the Gen 2 PST than it is the Diamondback Tactical. Pretty happy with the glass, especially for that, you know, what is the scope? $600 street price, MSRP $799. Fantastic. I won't get, I guess, way into the weeds as far as contrast and resolution, all that stuff, mainly because for this price point on this scope, I don't think it's worth diving into the nitty gritty, super detailed aspects of glass on this tier of a scope. If you guys got specific questions, you know, let me know and I'll try to get you answers. So next is the turrets. Are they as precise and tactile as a Night Force ATAC are? No, but they're good. I really don't have any issues with the turrets. I was worried that the pop-up feature was going to be a little bit finicky as far as, you know, having it in that sweet spot where it would engage, pop up and down, but it doesn't matter whether you're going up, whether you're going down. It's up, down, it's smooth, no binding of any kind. Are they mushy? A little bit. They're, like I said, they're not as tactile as you know, some of the higher end scopes. Are they ever going to cause you to misdial or anything like that? Definitely not. I will say that, especially when you're dialing up, this isn't an issue on the windage, which is kind of weird, but for the elevation, when you are dialing up and you click it back down, you will notice a very slight misalignment on your two lines. It's very slight. It's not something that's going to cause you to misdial. You'll see that once you push it down, and if you were to turn it back a little bit, there's a little bit of slack, and you kind of turn it and line it back up. They're not perfect, but they are very good. Definitely not something that I complain about. Let's see. Stiffness of the turrets. If this didn't come with the throw lever, the magnification ring would be a bit stiff. Before I throw the lever on there, I did notice it was a little bit tight, but once you put this lever on there, it's buttery smooth. The throw lever is nice. Really cool that Vortex threw it in the box. It's a nice throw lever. It's billet. Nice finish on it. Yeah, happy that they threw that in there. I won't be taking it off to put a different throw lever on there, I tell you that. The parallax is by far the stiffest turret, probably comparable to the illumination. They're both about the same as far as stiffness goes. They're not going to chew my fingers up. I don't have girly fingers. It might be one of those things where they break in a little bit, but I mean, good thing about stiff turrets is you're not going to ever have to worry about unintentionally bumping, changing, doing something that you're not wanting to do. Something else about the parallax that I thought was pretty cool. the numbers match up. They are dead on. At 15, 20, 50, 100 yards, you put it to that number and it is dead on. You turn it up, you turn it down, you will notice, distortion instantly going up, going down from their recommended hash mark on there. They're dead on, to my eye anyway. Something I've noticed with even higher end scopes. My ATAC R, you put it at 100 and it's not perfect. It's either an up or down, a little bit of manipulation to really, really crisp it up. This, very surprised, you put it on there and it's dead on. I've run the parallax from the minimum, the lowest rating, which is 15 yards, all the way to about 500 yards. You don't usually have too much, distortion or issues with clarity past 500 yards, anyways. So that was pretty cool. Eye relief. I don't think anybody's gonna have an issue with eye relief on this scope. It's good. Not much of a talking point. No issues there. Moving on. The eye box itself, it's good. I've been shooting off a few different barricades out here at little, 2-3 inch gongs at 50 yards and pulling up on those targets at full magnification off a barricade. Piece of cake. You get behind it, it's there. You don't have to dick around and search for that nice clear reticle picture. Very forgiving. The eye box is very forgiving. The reticle, specifically the illumination, it works. I don't use an illumination really. I'll probably end up setting it on 11 and it'll die, and then I'll leave that dead battery in this scope as long as I own it, because I just don't use it. I will say though, for those that do use it, I'll tell you that there is a little bit of bleed in the illumination, especially on the higher settings. You'll see that it bleeds over the reticle slightly. Is it unusable? Definitely not. It's definitely still usable. It's just not going to be as clear and defined of an illumination as your higher end scopes. The reticle itself, the EVR 7C, I like this reticle a lot. I really love that center dot. It's very user friendly. It makes sense to me. I'm not usually much of a Christmas tree reticle user. I'm more so like the MOAR and the SCR, those simpler reticles. For a Christmas tree though, it's pretty user friendly. I like it a lot. With the reticle, just kind of a worthy note, I'm pretty sure that it's etched glass. I'm pretty sure the reticle's etched. If I'm wrong, somebody will correct me. But the fineness, the detail in the reticle it's not as good as what you'd see the reticle on a Razor or a higher end scope. You mostly see the fineness in the reticle, differences in the numbers themselves on the left of the Christmas tree. But you're not going to use the numbers to hold on a target anyways. So not a deal breaker by any means. Yeah, no issues there. Tracking, I almost forgot tracking. So I haven't done a tall target test or a box test or anything like that. But I have, I've zeroed it and I've taken it out to, I've only shot and dialed. It's about 16.5 minutes, but it is on match ammunition that I have chronoed. I know the exact velocity. I know the dope is good. Running it through an ABS, a Kilo 2400 ABS, applied ballistics. I know the dope is good. So watching those impacts fall right behind the center dot, when I've dialed 16.5 minutes, I'd say that it's tracking pretty damn good. Errors might compound a little bit more the further up you go. I don't know. I haven't taken it that far yet. Also, with when zeroing, corrections that have been made at 100 yards are spot on. pretty happy there. That goes for windage and elevation. I think that's it. If you guys got questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I can dive more into it. You know, there probably is something that I don't know about this scope. Have no issues diving more into any of the other features that you guys want to know more about. So hit me up. Thanks, guys.